Survival situations, they're actually really simple and really clean and clear. No complexity, it's just what are you going to do right now in this moment to mean that you do well or you don't? Is this effective or ineffective? That's the two questions I always come back to. My workshops focus on helping people understand their perspective and the perspectives of people around them. We then explore and shift ineffective patterns of thought and behaviour and ultimately set people up with some daily tactics and actions that they can take to increase their clarity of focus and do better under pressure. I take leaders out often into the bush and we sit around campfires and we talk about stuff, and sometimes we do that for a whole week, and I want to try and get a bit of that flavour into the room today. Because of the experience in the room, there's a number of spots where we'll get you together to have conversations at your tables as well. People bring a wealth of knowledge and experience to the room, so we incorporate that into interactive discussions, which often create insights and understanding in ways that are difficult to achieve in the workplace.
It's been really useful to hear from other leaders in the room and to hear about others' experiences and to share those together.
Most of my workshops are customised in some way for particular clients. I sit down with them to gain a clear understanding of the outcomes and the kinds of issues that they want to address, and then we specifically deliver to that brief. So the way that I make decisions, the way I lead, the way I handle adversity, the way that people deal with the fact that we were on plan A and now we're suddenly up to plan F.5, you see the results of how people think and how they operate, usually within a matter of hours and certainly at the most a matter of days. What might show up in the bush in 24 hours might take a decade to show up here. Quality workshop materials aid the learning and they provide access to more detailed information, especially for the people who want to know more. The tools and strategies that I teach are memorable and they're easy to deploy even when you're under the most intense pressure.
Mike's tools I love, they're very practical and real world.
We were fascinated by grass. Everybody was like, how's your grass? That's one of the reasons I'm not there anymore. All the time we're filtering data. I reckon that's the first big barrier to perception. So, you know, we actually go looking for things to confirm what we think we already know. Flight, run away. Freeze is, we'll stay very still. Probably the best example of that is those mountain goat things that there's a bit of footage of on YouTube, you know, where literally people walk up to them and go, "Bah!" and they go. It's great strategy, you know, just pass out on the spot. Well, there's a few people in the room who they just see that footage and they go, there's a guy in the water who was a cameraman going, still here with the shark. And everyone's so focused on, this is one of the things that happens, is our perception narrows. We get, right, there's the thing that we've got to be paying attention to, and we get totally hyped and suck it into that. Okay, are we ready? Research tells us that workshops are often ineffective. Great content can be inspiring, but it often doesn't result in long-term change. It just doesn't survive the reality of returning to work and an overflowing task list. I incorporate physical activity, variety, and loads of interactive elements which all help to make great content stick. I also add follow-up services that assist people to embed what they've learned when they get back to work.
So we're a community care organisation. We're currently merging with two others. So Mike's leadership course today is really quite useful, looking at leadership in uncertain times. Certainly some of the future is quite uncertain for us.
Mike's done a terrific introduction in a way that, you know, makes us feel very relaxed and involved and engaged, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the day.